promotion. With me today I have Nick from CRC Industries. How you going, Nick?
Very well, Peter, thank you.
And with us today we have the CRC product. We are talking about the TAC2. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about the TAC2?
Yeah, thanks, Peter. Yeah, so the TAC2 is a lubricant adhesive. It's a dual viscosity. It is applied on to prevent friction, metal-metal friction. Once applied, it'll go on as an oil base, and then it will tack up to like a nice tacky grease.
So where would you find the TAC2 applied?
Yeah, thanks, Peter. Anywhere where there's some high rotation, high temperature, so some really common applications would be motorcycle chains, farm equipment, forklifts. Also, another great application is in the marine industry, as it does repel salt and water.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. I didn't know it could be used in the marine industry. So why don't you give us a demo of how to use TAC2?
Yeah, definitely. So prior to spraying any sort of aerosol can, we do need some eye protection.
Yep. Even for myself?
Even for yourself,
okay.
yes.
All right, choke there.
So prior to applying any sort of aerosol repellent, it must be well shaken. So a very common application, Peter, would be a general type chain, as you see here.
Yep.
A simple sort of application, a real oil-based application. And then as you'll see, as it starts to dry out, it will come out to a nice tack, and then it'll also create some lubrication between the pins and the chains.
It's pretty amazing. So if I put my fingers on there,
you'll see it'll start to web up, very similar to like a tacky grease.
So that grease is starting to become like a spider web.
And while it's tacked up, and it's nice and thick, Peter, there,
yep.
It will create a nice lubrication between the chain and the pins.
Almost like a seal in the chain.
Correct.
And that would increase life on your chain and also your sprocket.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. So it'll stop wear and tear and friction on metal, so also prolong the life of your chain.
So ultimately cost savings for the customer.
Correct.
So tell us a little bit more about the can. I noticed a little bit of a red dot at the top of the can.
Yeah, so Peter, as you will notice, on all of our aerosol cans will have a red dot. That's to indicate what way you should be spraying the aerosol, and the idea behind that is that it will actually extract all the product from the can.
All right, using the whole can, giving value for money. Sometimes when I've been using sprays, there's always that little bit at the bottom, so that's handy to know.
Yeah, that's the best way to avoid it.
That's great. So to find out more about TAC2, why don't you visit us at one of our stores or visit the website. Thanks for joining us today, Nick.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks for having me.